Okay, let's go to page 256, and this is number 11. Okay, so you want to simplify a plus 2 over 2a plus 1 minus a over a squared. Okay, so first, you need to get your LCD. So LCD is equal to, so that when you do the LCD, you go number, so it'd be 2, and you go down the alphabet, a and a squared, you have to take the higher exponent. So that's your LCD. Now this is not an equation, so you cannot just multiply to get rid of the denominator. You have to get your LCD. So put LCD down here. Okay. So next step is you have to figure out how you're going to get from here to here. Well, from here to here, you need to multiply by a. So you have to multiply both top and the bottom by a. So you're going to get a squared plus 2a. And this one, you need to multiply by 2. So you have to distribute, so it would be 2 minus 2a. Then after that, since this is addition, you can just go and combine them already. So this one and this one will cancel out. So you're going to get a squared plus 2 over 2a squared. And if you look for the answer, this would be answer B. Okay. Number 12, you have x minus 1 over x plus 1 minus x squared minus x minus 6 over x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay, so before we find LCD, we need to factor the bottom. So you got x minus 1 over x plus 1 minus, okay, don't factor the top. Okay, just leave the bottom, leave the top alone. Okay, so over here you need to go and factor. So you need to add to get the 4. You need to multiply to get the 3. So this will be 1 comma 3. Okay, so you're going to get x plus 1, x plus 3. So from here your LCD is equal to x plus 1, x plus 3. So let's go and get the LCD ready. Okay, so from here to here, you're missing this one. So you need to multiply by x plus 3. So this times this will give you that. Now you have to multiply the top. So when you multiply, you're going to get x squared. X times x give you x squared. Now the middle term, you have to add this. So negative 1 plus 2 will give you positive 2. Okay, so you have to add to get the middle, just like this over here, right? So you add to get the middle. You have to multiply to get the end. Okay, now you have to be very careful with the subtraction, so you need to do one additional step. Okay? So you need to do additional step of changing the sign. So you're going to get x squared plus 2x minus 3. Then you have to distribute each term. So you got minus x squared plus x plus 6. Okay? Then after that, you can go ahead and combine the like terms. Okay, so this one and this one cancel out. Okay, this one and this one, you get 3x. And the leftover, this will give you plus 3. Then after that, you have to factor. Okay, so you can go and factor out the 3. So you get x plus 1. And on the bottom, you get x plus 1, x plus 3. So this will cancel out. So you got 3 over x plus 3. And look for the answer. This would be answer C. Okay, number 13. Okay, so this is the complex fraction. So for complex fraction, you have to put everything in as a fraction. So you're going to have y over 1 minus 2 over y plus 1 over 1 over 1 minus 2 over y plus 1. Now for complex fraction, you want to multiply every term by the LCD. So multiply y plus 1 on every term. So this one does not cancel, so it will be y squared plus y minus, this will cancel also, it will be minus 2. over here this nothing to cancel, so it would be y plus 1, and this cancel also would be minus 2. Then after that, the bottom you can just simplify, so bottom would be y minus 1. On the top, you have to factor, you have to add to get 1, you have to multiply to get negative 2. And so you start with 1 comma negative 2, 2 comma negative 1. So this is the correct one. So you're going to get y plus 2, y minus 1. Okay, and you can group that. So this will cancel out. So you just have y plus 2. And if you look for the answer, this would be answer D. Okay, number 14, you have x plus 1 over 6 is less than x. So again, this is a fractional equation, so I'm going to put it as x over 1 minus 3x minus 2 over 4. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by LCD. So when you have equation of inequality, you can just multiply to get rid of the fraction, but you cannot do that with the expression. Okay, so 6 and 4, you can divide by 2, you get 3 and 2. So your LCD would be equal to 12. So I'm going to multiply every term by 12. So this cancel, so I get 2x plus 2. This one does not cancel, so it will be just 12x. This cancels, so it will be 3. Now you have to be careful, that's a negative here, so think of this as a negative 3. So when you multiply, you're going to get minus 9x plus 6. Okay. And let's go and combine the like term to clean things up a little bit. So you got 2x plus 2 is less than 3x plus 6. Okay. And I need to, for inequality, I need to move the variable to the other side. So minus 3x on each side. So this will cancel out. And I need to move number to this side, so minus 2 on both sides. So this will cancel out. So I got negative x is less than 4. Okay, then I need to get rid of the negative, so divide by negative 1. So x would be greater than negative 4. Okay, because when you divide or multiply by negative number, you have to change the direction of the inequality. And so this would be answer A. Okay, next one, you have x times x minus 2 over 6 is equal to x plus 1 over 8. Okay, before we do anything, we need to undo this factor. So let's go multiply out. So you get x squared minus 2x over 6 equal to x plus 1 over 8. And so instead of doing the LCD, you have to waste time doing the LCD. So when you just have a fraction, it's easier just go and cross multiply. Okay, so this would be ax squared minus 16x equal to 6x plus 6. Okay. Now if you do the LCD method, that's fine. Okay. LCD method will give you the same answer. Okay. Now since it's a square, you need to go ahead and make it equal to 0. So you can factor. So you got ax squared minus 22x minus 6 equal to 0. Now before you do the factoring, you want to lower your number as much as possible, so make things a lot easier. So dividing by 2. So you got 4x squared minus 11x minus 3 equal to 0. And then you have to do your factoring. So you need to add to get negative 11. You need to multiply to get negative 12. So go 1 comma negative 12, and that's the one. Okay, so you start with x, 4x. So this would be the inside, right? So you have to multiply to get those numbers. So this would be minus 3. So 4 times negative 3 give you a negative 12. That's the inside. You do the outside. So this would be plus 1. Right? So 1 times 1 give you 1. So this is the outside. Then after that, you set each one equal to 0 to solve. So plus 3 on both sides. So you get x equal to 3. And over here, you minus 1 on each side. So you got 4x equal to negative 1. Divide by 4. So you got x equal to negative 1 over 4. Okay, and so you got these two answers, and if you look for the answer, this would be answer C. Okay. Okay, so read through the problem to get an understanding. So how much of an 8% saline solution should be added to 600 milliliter of 3 solution to produce a 5% solution? Okay, so what you're doing is you're adding X amount of 8% solution, and you got 600 milliliter of 3% solution, and you want to end up with a 5% solution. So it's better to go and make a table to keep everything organized. Okay, so you have the 8%, and you're going to mix with the 3% solution to get the 5% solution. Okay, so here's the strength, here's the amount, and here's the total of chemical that's in the solution. So for 8%, usually you need to convert into decimal, but easy is just going to drop it, because if you're consistent, you should be okay. So it would be 8, 3, and 5. Okay? And the amount, this one you don't know, so it would be X. This one you know is 600. So this would be, when you're mixing, you're adding together. So when you're adding together, this would be X plus 600. Okay. Okay, so now this is the 8% solution, and this is amount of solution. So when you multiply, this will give you amount of chemical in the solution. So multiply, you get AX. This would be 1800. This would be 5x plus 3000. Okay, and so here's your equation. So you got AX. This is the chemical in this solution. When you add together, this would be chemical in this solution, equal to the chemical in the mixed solution. Okay, so to solve, I'm going to minus the 5x on both sides. So this will cancel out. And I'm going to minus 1800 from both sides. So this will cancel out. So I get 3x equal to 1200. And divide by 3 on both sides. So x equal to 400 milliliters. And this will be answer C. Okay, number 17. So you have this equation you need to solve. So you got 2 over x plus 2 plus x squared over x squared minus 4 equal to 1 over x minus 2. Okay, so we need to get rid of the denominator. So to do that, we need to find LCD. So we need to factor that. So you got 2 over x plus 2. You got x squared over x plus 2, x minus 2. Right, because this is the step 2a, the difference of square, to factor into conjugate. Okay, now before you go anymore, you need to look, you have to write down your restricted value. So x cannot equal to negative 2, because when x equal to negative 2, you will make this equal to 0, which is not allowed. And x cannot equal to 2, okay? Because when x equal to 2, you will make this equal to 0. So these two are restricted value, that these are values that you're not allowed to have. Okay, so now, once we factor everything, we can get the LCD, right? So your LCD would be just so you got x plus 2, you got x minus 2. Okay. So let's go and multiply by LCD. So this one we cancel out, and you multiply the remaining factors. So you got 2x minus 4, and this will cancel everything else. So it be plus x squared, and this will equal to, this cancel out, so it be x plus 2. Now since there's an x squared, so I need to make this equal to 0 so I can do the factoring. So minus x on both sides, so this will cancel out. Minus 2 on both sides, so this will cancel out. So I got x squared. and minus plus x minus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so again, so this give you that, this give you that. Okay, so this would be factoring step 4. So you need to add to get 1, you need to multiply to get negative 6. Okay, so you got 1 comma negative 6, 2 comma negative 3, 3 comma negative 2, and that's the correct combination. So you're going to get x plus 3, x minus 2. So from here, you're going to solve. So you're going to get x equal to negative 3. From here, x equal to 2. But 2 is not allowed. If you look over here, that's your restrict value. Right? X cannot equal to 2. So this answer is no good. So you cross it out. So the answer you get, look on the answer. So answer, this would be answer B. Okay. Okay, number 18, I can read through first. So this is talking about the person rowing a boat upstream and back. Okay, so draw the picture, help you to visualize. So you row upstream and the distance equal to 30 kilometers. Okay, and it's against the water, so water is going to push it back at 2 kilometers per hour. Okay, and then after he went over there, then he's going to come back down. Okay, so again, when you come back down, the distance is going to be the same, and the water is still going this direction. Okay, so remember R times time equal to distance, right? And so the time will equal to D divided by R, right? Divide both sides by R. Okay, so those are formula you need to use. Okay, and also tell you that the total time is equal to 8 hours. Okay, so let's go and look at the time. So the time going up would be 30 divided by the speed would be the speed of the boat minus 2, because the speed, see, this is the speed of the boat, right? So it's going upstream, so the boat is going up and the water is pushing it back. So that's your minus. Okay, so again, so distance divided by the speed will give you the time. So this is the time going up, okay, plus the time coming down. So coming down, again, distance is 30, but the speed would be v plus 2, right? The speed of the boat. So notice that same direction, so you have to add. They are going opposite directions, so you have to subtract. So this is the time going up, this is the time coming down, and this will equal to a total of 8 hours. Okay, so that's the equation you have. So once you understand and translate into equation, now the solving is not that difficult. So now you just have to multiply by LCD to get rid of the fraction. Okay? So multiply by b plus 2, b minus 2, b plus 2, b minus 2, b plus 2, b minus 2. Okay, so this cancel, so you get 30b plus 60. This cancel with that, so you get 30b minus 60. Now when you multiply these, you go off to the side so you don't clutter up your major steps, so you don't lose track of what you're doing. So you get 8 times b plus 2, b minus 2. Okay, whenever you have the conjugate, you always multiply conjugate first, because that's a lot easier to do. So conjugate, right, when you multiply, this will give you b squared, plus times minus is minus, 2 times 2 is 4, okay? And because the middle term is going to get canceled out, because you got plus 2b minus 2b, they will get canceled out. So now you can multiply, you get 8b squared minus 32, okay? So you can go off to the side, so you don't lose track of what you're doing. Okay. So next thing is, there are too many things over here, so I'm going to combine the like terms first. So this will give me 60b, and this one will cancel out. Okay. And okay, next thing I'm going to do, since the b squared is on this side, I'm going to flip it over. So I got ab squared minus 32 equal to 60b. Okay, I'm just going to flip it over first, because I don't like the b squared on that side. I feel kind of awkward. Okay, I need to make equal to 0. I need to make equal to 0 so I can factor. So I get 8b squared minus 60b minus 32 equal to 0. Now don't factor right away because the number is kind of big. So your math part is going to be kind of big. So what you want to do, you want to lower the number as much as you can. So I'm going to divide everything by 4. So I get 2b squared minus 15b minus 8 equal to 0. So now I can do the factoring. So I need to add to get negative 15. I need to multiply to get negative 16. Right? 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. Okay, so 1 comma negative 16, and that's it. I multiply to get that, you add to get that. Okay, so break down, undo the first term. So this would be the inside. So it would be minus 8. 2 times minus 8 give you minus 16, right? And this would be the outside, so it would be plus 1. Okay, so you set each part equal to 0 to solve. So b minus 8 equal to 0. We got 2b plus 1 equal to 0. So plus 8 on each side. So you got b equal to 8. This one you minus 1 on both sides. So you got 2b equal to negative 1. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So b equal to negative 1/2. Okay. So again, this is talking about the speed, right? So the negative answer is no good. Okay. So the speed of the boat is 8, and if you look for the answer, this would be answer B. Okay. So this would be answer B.